Hi, you guys. It is time for the year-end review. And to be completely honest, you guys, I feel like this year was like 7 years in one, or maybe three. 3 years of life lived in 1 year. I started out the year moving, and I moved to Lacey, Washington, which is part of Olympia, Washington. It's a suburb of Olympia. And I have never been so miserable in my life. I have never lived somewhere that I felt so lost, alone, depressed. It was awful. I realized from that experience that I am not a suburban girl. I love the urban life. I love living in a city. I love being close to coffee shops and parks and things that are happening in the world. And the suburbs are a place where your dreams go to die. That's what I feel. If you love the suburbs, great for you. But it was awful for me. And anyway, I did end up finding an apartment that I love. I've shared that with you guys, and I've got a great view. And the management here is really great, so that's awesome. And then in the middle of the year, my uterus decided to almost kill me. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, all of you who follow me know that I ended up in the ER with severe hemorrhaging, like just a few days after my 40th birthday. That's another thing. I turned 40 this year. And honestly, I flew over the hill and crashed at the bottom. You know what they say, 40 is over the hill. Yeah, I definitely experienced the over the hill feelings. But, survived surgery and a lot of other things, as I shared with you guys, just issues with having to report doctors and going through a lot with that too. I lost some friendships this year. And in the middle of it, I was very upset, but now I realize it was okay. It's okay. And that sometimes you just have to let people go, even if you love them dearly. And that's okay. And yeah, and then I'm ending this year right now, obviously, with some really great things to look forward to in 2020. Making Dreams Come True doubled their sponsorships for 2020, so we're going to be increasing our nonprofit programs. I've got some contracts in the works, and some contracts signed for 2020 for work, and that makes me feel great because it's just promising. And I think that 2020 is a year to build on an already solid foundation, but also to repair any cracks that might have come from this year or the last couple years, which have been rough, honestly. And I'm sure many of you can relate to that. So Happy New Year, all of you. Thank you for being on this journey with me this year. And I hope you stay with me all the way through 2020. Something else very noteworthy too about this year. This is a very intimate thing for me to share with you guys, but I also think it's a testimony, so it should be shared. 7 years ago, I was experiencing a lot of complicated emotions surrounding romance and relationships. And I have always been somewhat straight. I say somewhat, but I've always had a straight-laced view of family and marriage and all those things. But I had just turned 30 and I was freaking out about being single for the rest of my life, and I kind of went a little wild. And some people think it's fun to go wild, but for me, I ended up getting involved with guys that I should not have been involved with at all. And it was very, very emotionally difficult. And so, all that to say, 7 years ago, I decided to live celibate. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it means for me, nothing goes past kissing. And I am happy to say and proud to say that I have lived that lifestyle for 7 years. In the last 7 years, I've dated and gone on dates and things like that, but nothing has gone beyond kissing. And tonight marks the 7th year anniversary of that choice, because that was like that 7 years ago, it was my New Year's resolution. And it has been the best thing I've ever done. I say kudos to myself for all the self-control it takes to do that. And it's also so healing, because my heart hasn't gotten tangled up with someone that I shouldn't be with. And it's given me the space to learn and grow and really build my career, and to just keep me on the straight and narrow, which is the goal in my life, to love God and to show him that by living my life well. Yeah. And so I'm really proud of myself for this. Yay! Happy New Year, all of you. Thank you for being on this journey with me this year. And I hope you stay with me all the way through 2020. Closing out a decade.